Frog Entertainment back again with another review, and we're looking at the season 3 premiere of The Mandalorian. Of course, Pedro Pascal is a guy in high demand. You've got The Last of Us, you've got Mandalorian, all coming out all at the same time. I mean, if I'm thinking of other TV shows that are like, being advertised, there's not many. I mean, this guy's everywhere. He's like, the actor that is truly, wouldn't say he's like top dog. I mean, because of course he's not like highest grossing, but in terms of who you see everywhere, who's trending, he is the man. He is the man. But yeah, of course, if you didn't watch the Book of Boba Fett, you'd probably be wondering what's going on here. And I didn't watch it. Now, do I like the idea that they kind of like force you into watching it to understand like how you got Grogu back? Not really, but from their point of view, it makes perfect sense incorporating like all the universes into each other. Because I mean, Mandalorian's the most popular, so why not feature him in the Book of Boba Fett to get people into it? And of course, at the end of season 2, you've got Boba Fett and Mandalorian. So I'm not going to bury that too much, of course. And this episode is called the Apostate. It sounds like a weird sexual organ or something, or just a terminology that's going on here, but we do kick off the episode with like this like kid becoming a Mandalorian, going through the whole speech, and the way it's done, it's almost like you think it's Big Pedro, and then when the kid doesn't actually finish the whole "I will wear this" because a big sea monster comes out, giant sea monster, alligator, whatever you want to call it, big bastard fucking crocodile comes out, and then like a few of them get wiped out here. But again, we did think it was Big Pedro for the simple fact is he didn't get to say his speech, and then you're like, oh, is that why he could take his mask off and it'll be alright? Who really knows? But who comes to save the day? It was Daddy Den. It was Grogu coming in, boom, blow the alligator up. And yeah, I mean, I think a few wee Mandalorians died here, but she basically says to him that you took your helmet off and it will never be forgiven until you bathe in the living waters of Mandalore. But of course, guess what? There's only one problem, that Mandalore's blew up. But he's like, he whips out this like crystal higger. He's like, but here's proof. Some scavenger found this on Mandalore, so there must be living hanging in it. And then she's like, nah, the only way you're allowed to be a Mandalorian again is you get this thing. Which, why is he looking for so much acceptance back into this? I just feel like they've almost kind of like lost the plot at this point. Like, each episode kind of just feels like a means to the end of the next one. And that's not a good thing. It's like, he has to do stuff. Oh, I have to get this part in order to get this person to do this for me, in order to go there to do something for this guy, to do something for him. It just feels, not forced. Forced is the wrong word. I don't know. It just feels very lackluster. I feel like this show's never, ever going to take the heights of, like, if someone said this is their favourite TV show of all time, I think they need to be checked in their psych ward, because it's just never going to be that. I mean, is it a decent show for like enjoyable watching? Yeah, but you ever going to be truly invested in it? No, because I'm not a Star Wars fan. I don't mind the actual the first 6 ones. I haven't even seen the ones after that. I feel like the story between Anakin, like Obi-Wan, like if you compare Obi-Wan to this, Obi-Wan is fucking light years ahead of this, man, if we're being perfectly honest. But he does meet up with Big Grief Karga. So Carl Weathers appears. I love seeing Carl Weathers, and then we get like, he's like king essentially of the big place, and we do see the statue of the robot, the droid, which of course he died in season 1. That feels like ages ago, so I don't know how much time has passed, but probably be a decent amount of time, like in terms of the actual timeline from season 1, of course. But again, thought it was pretty entertaining, that, to be honest, seeing Carl Weathers. But I hope we get to see more of him. We don't really see an awful lot here. Like, he takes down a couple of pirates for him, and then he's like, I'll be back. But big Carl Weathers, Karga, wanted him to be the marshal for his town in order to like keep pirates and stuff out. But Mandalorian kind of turned it down. He then takes off. He then gets into a fight with the pirates, the leader that they let live. And I was questioning at the time, I was like, this is just filler. Like, who gives a fuck about these pirates, man? Honestly, who does? Nobody cares about these pirates, and as they should. No one should really care about these pirates because he drops them and then he escapes them because, oh, they didn't expect them to have hyperspeed or whatever. I think it is hyperspeed. So yeah, he flies away, and again, it's another pointless scene. Like, you never really truly thought anything was ever going to come of this, if we're being honest. And then he goes to the Mandalorian castle, and who does he run into? He runs into Kreese. And of course, she kind of buries him, and she's like, well, if you got the dark saber, you're going to be the guy to do it, not me. And she just, the way she was lying here in her throne, on her throne, she just looked like a fucking whore, in my opinion. That might sound a bit extreme for a man, like a Star Wars show, because you don't really get people like that. But at the same time, that's where I got it, and then that's how the episode kind of ends with him. Again, kind of just sets up. I mean, people are like, "Oh, it was a premiere. It did what I had to do. It sets up the season," but it's just very filler. Like, who's interested going into episode 2 here? Personally, I don't know. Maybe the wee Star Wars geeks are, but I'm going to watch the show because it's alright. And once I start something, I tend to finish it. But until next time, guys, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Very bog standard. Not a lot of great scenes in this, or even good scenes. It was just very flatliner. But anyway, till next time. Peace.